Hello everyone, I'm Aidana and welcome to my 6-week report as an intern. This week gave me one of the clearest pictures how diplomacy and local governance intersect in real life. The highlight was the official meeting with the Consul General of South Korea, Mr. Ha Tae-wook. So the preparation actually began the day before because the meeting itself was scheduled for the 9 o'clock. It started from the setting the name cards and envelopes to arranging water and finalizing the seating order. At first, it seems like simple logistics, but as I observed more closely, I realized how every detail in protocol had meaning. For example, the deputy Akim was selected to sit at the main table because he is fluent in Chinese, which the consul also speaks. That decision reflected not just the internal hierarchy, but cross-cultural awareness, a subtle gesture showing respect for linguistic and personal connections. Even one of the Jitsu TV reporters present was ethnically Korean, which also seemed like a quiet yet intentional sign of inclusivity. What was interesting is that the Akim himself entered the whole 7 minutes after the scheduled time. Knowing his diplomatic background, I began to see this is not just as lateness, but as deliberate timing, a technique often used in diplomacy to project authority and control the tempo of the interactions. The consul himself was fascinating to observe. He wore a brown suit with a green tie, colors that in Korean culture, as I learned lately, often symbolize reliability, harmony, and also renewal. His attire perfectly echoed his message about the stable partnership and long-term cooperation. During the meeting, I was seated near the press service team and was given the opportunity to draft my first version of the official post for the social media, which was actually later used with a little bit of the changes. The meeting ended with the exchange of the symbolic gift. The Kim presented a painting where was illustrated the symbol of the region, Simirechye, showcasing the land's history and natural harmony, while the consul offered again an aromatic decor piece in traditional Korean style. Each represented its country's identity, and they conveyed mutual respect, equality, all key principles of soft power and cultural diplomacy. Earlier this week, we also organized a meeting on the new tax code with high-level guests, including the Vice Minister of National Economy and the Director of the Audit Department. I was responsible for the coordination with the documentation office, receiving their ID copies and passing them to the security guards, so the two guests would actually enter smoothly. Additionally, I was responsible in assisting business representatives through the security procedure. I coordinated them to the passes bureau, where they were given one-time pass to enter the building. I also worked on confirming participants for the upcoming scientific practical conference dedicated to Shokan Walkhanov, sending confirmation letters and receiving replies from the scholars as well as other guests gave me a clear sense of how cultural diplomacy is built on consistency. Additionally, from the international relations perspective, this week deeply reflected the theories of soft power, symbolic interaction, and diplomatic communication. The Kim's calculated timing showed how protocol can serve as a form of status signaling, while the gift exchange illustrated again the 5 principles or 5 words of diplomatic gift giving, which we learned earlier in the course of diplomatic protocol and documentation, which are occasion, background, creativity, sources, and elegance. The Kim's painting embodied local pride and historical continuity, while the consul's decor expressed harmony and artistic refinement, or overall showcased the closeness of the Koreans to the aesthetic. Both drew from the cultural authenticity, demonstrating that successful diplomacy reads on emotional resonance as much as formal agreements.